everyone, I'm Rebecca and welcome to Watch Mojo. Today, we're ranking all the Pixar movies.
Your spark isn't your purpose. That last box fills in when you're ready to come live.
You must be imaginative, strong-hearted. You must try things that may not work. And you must not let anyone define your limits because of where you come from.
To infinity and beyond!
For this list, we are playing favorites with all 23 feature films released by Disney's Pixar. So what about you? What's your favorite Pixar film? Be sure to let us know in the comments. All right, let's get into it. Number 23, Cars 2. Pixar has not produced any truly terrible films, but Cars 2 cuts it pretty close.
I never properly introduced myself. Finn McMissile, British intelligence.
Toll Mater, average intelligence.
An unnecessary sequel to a lesser film in the studio's catalog, Cars 2 replaces the original somewhat low-key setting for a globe-trotting adventure that pushes Mater the tow truck to the forefront.
Sorry, ladies. I'm leaking. I never leak. I never leak.
Naturally, Cars 2 has solid animation, but this movie's pretty shell masks a hollow interior filled with tired spy-themed jokes and obnoxious characters.
Francesco knows how good he is. He does not need to surround himself with tow trucks to prove it.
Considering that every other Pixar film in existence blows this tepid sequel out of the water, Cars 2 is not even worth putting on as a 2-hour distraction for kids. Number 22, Cars 3. Cars 3's greatest trump card is that it's preceded by Cars 2, so even a film this mediocre can claim to be an improvement. While it's a bit better than Mater's spy extravaganza, Cars 3 is nevertheless lacking in originality or creativity.
But I can't go out on the track and do the same old thing. It won't work.
Then change it up. Try something new.
The film is happy to merely reuse well-worn tropes synonymous with the sports genre.
Keep this up, you'll finish in the top 10.
Top 10's not gonna cut it, Smokey. I gotta go all the way.
When an aging Lightning McQueen finds himself outperformed by a younger car, the veteran racer must find a way to remain relevant or retire.
You've done the work. Now move on to the next phase and reap the reward.
The racing is the reward, not the stuff.
Cars 3 tells a time-tested story that's been done to death by plenty of films, and Pixar's release is not among the best. Number 21, The Good Dinosaur. Beautiful animation can only take you so far. The Good Dinosaur had a rocky development cycle, and it shows in the final product.
I'm gonna make my mark, just like you, and Libby, and everyone.
You will, darling. You just need a little more time.
Even compared to later films by Pixar, The Good Dinosaur is a visual delight, particularly when it comes to the film's realistic environments. Pretty as the animation is, though, The Good Dinosaur is let down by a cliché storyline that feels like it was cobbled together from several better films, including some of Pixar's own.
Family. Huh? You don't understand. That's okay.
The Good Dinosaur is easily among Pixar's most forgettable releases, even if it is watchable and benefits tremendously from a gorgeous score by Michael and Jeff Dana.
We gotta drive this herd out of here. Yeah! Come on now!
Number 20, Monsters University. While Pixar has proven to be more than capable of producing worthy follow-ups, Monsters University is no Toy Story 2.
Demonstrate. Stop. Thank you.
But I didn't get
I've seen enough.
A prequel that focuses on Mike and Sully's time in college, Monsters University shows how these two beloved but very different characters started their friendship.
You're not even in the same league with me.
Just wait, Hotshot. I'm gonna scare circles around you this year.
Oh, okay. I'd like to see that.
Oh, don't worry. You will.
As a college comedy with a few decent laughs, Monsters University is a somewhat unnecessary but still pleasant movie with just about enough charm to get through its predictable story. Massive fans of Monsters, Inc. who are yearning to spend more time with these characters should enjoy this origin story, even if the same cannot be said for everyone else.
The team of Wazowski and Sullivan are gonna change the world starting today. Say scream! Scream!
Number 19, Finding Dory. Finding Nemo's sequel serves as a far better example of how to effectively promote a supporting comedic character into a lead role than Cars 2.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Like its predecessor, Finding Dory revolves around a fish trying to reunite with its family, although this adventure is slightly more action-packed.
You might wake up something dangerous.
Are you talking about, like, something with one big eye, tentacles, and a snappy thing?
Well, that's very specific, but something like that, yes.
A person's mileage with this sequel will depend on their tolerance for Dory, a sympathetic character suffering from short-term memory loss who can be a touch annoying.
Hi, I'm Dory. Was it something I said? Kidding. Okay. You're not coming back.
While Finding Dory is a bit derivative of its superior predecessor and does not compare too favorably with most of Pixar's portfolio, it is still a decent watch. Number 18, Brave. Known as that one time Pixar tried to do a Disney princess movie, Brave is simultaneously quirky and conventional. Set in Scotland, Princess Merida cannot seem to get along with her mother, Queen Eleanor.
You walk around telling me what to do, what not to do, trying to make me be like you? Well, I'm not going to be like you.
Long story short, Merida accidentally turns Eleanor into a bear and then sets out to reverse the spell before the change is made permanent.
You changed. Oh, darling. We both have.
Naturally, the central mother-daughter relationship is mended along the way. Besides having a positive message about the importance of communication, Brave delivers a weirdly fun and personal storyline that is driven by an endearingly spirited protagonist. Number 17, Incredibles 2. Out of all Pixar's properties, The Incredibles is the most natural fit for a sequel.
I love superheroes! The powers, the costumes, the mythic struggles!
However, the Parr family's second adventure took quite a while to become a reality, and the sequel does struggle to meet expectations.
Because I'm formulating, okay? I'm taking in information, I'm processing. I'm doing the math, I'm fixing the boyfriend and keeping the baby from turning into a flaming monster. How do I do it? By rolling with the punches, baby!
Set directly after the original movie and retreading some themes the franchise already touched upon, Incredibles 2 brings just enough new ideas to justify its existence, but not enough to make it a transcendent experience like its predecessor. Although the story is nothing more than fine, and the villain falls a bit flat, Incredibles 2 still delivers in the action and comedy departments.
I enjoyed the assignment. He is bright and I am stimulating. We deserve each other.
Number 16, Onward. Blending the magical with the mundane, Onward's setting, premise, and characters are inescapably familiar.
I'm not testing anything. Just let me go.
Let him go.
Okay, I know you're stronger than that. There's a mighty warrior inside of you. You just have to let him out.
Set in a fantastical world where magic has given way to technology, Onward follows two dissimilar brothers as they head out on a quest to reconnect with their deceased father.
Look, my years of training have prepared me for this very moment. And I'm telling you, this is the only way to find a Phoenix gem.
Although Onward opts to take the path well-traveled, it's the little details that help set this journey apart from other Pixar or fantasy projects. The leads are likable enough, but it's side characters like the Manticore and a biker gang of pixies that really leave a long-lasting impression.
Oh no.
You got a lot of nerve. I'm just saying, sprites used to fly around spreading delight. That's a good thing. Sprites can't fly.
Number 15, Cars. Out of all Pixar's movies, it's unlikely that many people would have picked Cars to be the one that launched a long-running franchise of sequels and spin-offs.
Lightning McQueen! You know, I don't think anybody expected this. The rookie sensation came into the season unknown, but everyone knows him now.
The 2006 film tells the tale of an overconfident rookie racer named Lightning McQueen, who ends up stuck in a desert town that's home to a former champion and offers plenty of opportunities for character growth.
Oh my goodness, looks like you've helped everybody in town.
Yeah, everybody except one.
Envisioning a world populated by anthropomorphic vehicles, Cars is a competent coming-of-age story elevated by great animation and a game cast of voice actors, particularly Paul Newman as Doc Hudson.
There was a lot left in me. I never got a chance to show him.
Number 14, Toy Story 4. Although the third entry ended on a conclusive and satisfying note, a new Toy Story movie is always a reason to celebrate.
Who needs a kid's room when you can have all of this?
Ultimately, Toy Story 4 just provides another opportunity to spend more time with these iconic characters, particularly Woody, who finds himself feeling lost after leaving Andy.
That's the third time you haven't been picked this week.
I don't know. I don't keep count.
Oh, you don't have to. I'll do it for you.
Okay. I get it. It's been a while.
As has come to be expected from Pixar's franchise, Toy Story 4 has heart, humor, gorgeous animation, and a memorable antagonist, albeit one that is not irredeemable.
All I want is a chance for just one of those moments. I'd give anything to be loved the way you have.
For better or worse, this is very much Woody's story. And while Toy Story 4 does justice to the cowboy, some of the other characters are not given much to do. Number 13, A Bug's Life. Sandwiched between two Toy Story movies and only Pixar's second feature production, A Bug's Life tends to be overshadowed by some of the studio's other projects, which is slightly unfair.
It's a bug-eat-bug world out there, princess. One of those circle of life kind of things.
Based on the ant and the grasshopper fable, A Bug's Life follows Flick, an inventor and outcast, as he heads out to find some warriors to help protect his ant colony from the grasshoppers. This journey is filled with misunderstandings, comedy, and character development.
Circus bugs! How can you be circus bugs? What?
Oh, hey. You said nothing about killing grasshoppers, pal. You lied to us.
Yeah! Are you kidding? Do you know what this is? This, my friends, is false advertising.
For the most part, the animation has aged pretty well. More importantly, A Bug's Life features strong characters across the board, be it the earnest Flick, the intimidating Hopper, or Pixar's original princess, Ada.
You see, Hopper, nature has a certain order. The ants pick the food, the ants keep the food, and the grasshoppers leave.
Number 12, Toy Story 2. Toy Story did not need any sequels, but thankfully it still got a few. In 1999's follow-up, Woody ends up in the hands of a collector who's been putting together a set based on an old TV show that featured the cowboy.
Didn't you know? Why, you're valuable property!
Oh, I wish the guys could see this.
By diving into Woody's history, Toy Story 2 challenges its iconic character's worldview and motivations, asking whether the toy is happy to simply live for Andy.
Andy's growing up, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's your choice, Woody. You can go back, or you can stay with us and last forever.
Bringing new ideas, characters, and themes to the table, Toy Story 2 serves as a proper and worthy continuation of its predecessor, and comes packed with some of the best and most heartbreaking moments in the franchise.
When she loved me.
Number 11, Soul. A stunning tour de force soaked in creativity, nuance, and beauty. Soul is an animated film that can entertain children, teens, and adults. The movie introduces us to Joe, a music teacher who believes his sole purpose in life is to play jazz.
Music is all I think about. From the moment I wake up in the morning to the moment I fall asleep at night.
Unfortunately, his big break ends up coinciding with a fatal trip down a manhole and into the great beyond.
I'm not dying the very day I got my shot. I'm due. Heck, I'm overdue. I'm out of here.
Tagging along with a soul that is yet to be born on Earth, Joe's desperate attempt to return to his body sparks an adventure defined by self-reflection and maturity.
Your spark isn't your purpose. That last box fills in when you're ready to come live.
With a rich exploration of its thoughtful themes and philosophical questions, Soul is one of a kind. Number 10, Coco. While very few studios have crafted near-perfect films, Pixar can convincingly claim to have about a dozen of them. Coco is a masterclass of awe-inspiring animation, commanding storytelling, and unforgettable music.
Until you're in my arms again, remember me.
An aspiring musician, Miguel is forbidden from following his dreams by his family due to the mistakes of his great-great-grandfather, a premise that leads the protagonist to the land of the dead.
You gotta stay with me, boy. We don't know where.
Coco oozes a joy for life out of every single pixel, as it tells a surprisingly unpredictable narrative that tickles funny bones and pulls at heartstrings.
Let it be known, our love for each other will live
Number 9. Inside Out. Pixar has been giving feelings to inanimate objects since 1995, so it was only a matter of time before emotions gained sentience.
Can you die from moving?
Guys, you're overreacting. Nobody is dying. A dead mouse!
Great.
I'm gonna be
It's
sick.
the house of the dead. What are we gonna do? We're gonna get rabies! Get off my man!
The studio's most introspective movie, Inside Out creates a world where the embodiments of different emotions control a person's actions, with joy and sadness taking center stage for this particular story.
What? What is it?
You're not in headquarters. Without you, Riley can't be happy. We gotta get you back up there.
I'm coming, Riley.
Presented somewhat like an Odd Couple road adventure, Inside Out uses accessible humor and colorful visuals to tell a mature narrative that emphasizes the importance of embracing sadness rather than suppressing it. Featuring brilliant performances by Amy Poehler and Phyllis Smith, this is a movie that can be charming, hilarious, sweet, and devastating.
You made it! Go! Go save Riley!
Take her to the moon for me, okay?
Number 8. Ratatouille. On paper, Ratatouille's premise and unlikely hero might not sound too enticing, but Brad Bird's movie blends together all of the right ingredients. A rat with a talent for cooking, Remy winds up at the restaurant that used to belong to his hero, Auguste Gusteau, and eventually on the head of the bumbling but well-meaning garbage boy Linguini.
Whoa! That's strangely involuntary!
One look and I knew. We had the same crazy idea.
Ratatouille is very much a celebration of artistic expression, be it culinary or otherwise.
You must be imaginative, strong-hearted. You must try things that may not work. And you must not let anyone define your limits because of where you come from. Your only limit is your soul.
Gusteau's belief that anyone can cook reflects the film's themes of inclusivity and mutual respect, culminating in a third act that reaches a dizzying emotional high.
Can I interest you in a dessert this evening?
Don't you always?
Which one would you like?
Surprise me!
Number 7. Monsters, Inc. Layered world building, timeless characters, and enough tears to fill a pool. Monsters, Inc. is very much a Pixar movie. At the core of this film is the strange but irresistible trio of two monsters, Mike and Sully, and an adorable girl named Boo. When the human finds herself in a factory filled with monsters that scare children for a living, Sully and Mike have to parent Boo while trying to dodge the villainous Randall.
You just get the machine up and running. I'll take care of the kid. And when I find whoever let it out, they're dead.
Be it Mike's improvised musical number, George Sanderson's impromptu shaving, or every scene between Sully and Boo, Monsters, Inc. consists of nothing but great moments.
Goodbye, Boo.
Kitty.
Kitty has to go.
Number 6. Toy Story 3. Following a thrilling Western-themed intro, Toy Story 3 wastes absolutely no time in hitting us right in the feels, and the blows keep coming throughout the entire film.
Well, that went well.
Oh, he held me! He actually held me!
Oh, this is just sad.
Who are we kidding? The kid's 17 years old.
Andy is heading to college, and through a series of misunderstandings and unfortunate events, the toys end up at a daycare run by a tyrannical teddy bear.
Tell me this, Sheriff. If your kid loves you so much, why is he leaving? You think you're special, cowboy? You're a piece of plastic. You were made to be thrown away. Speak of the devil.
Packed with some of the series' most dramatic moments, and featuring a contender for Pixar's best villain, Toy Story 3 very much feels like the end of an era. The film serves as an epic and touching goodbye to childhood, one likely to hit audiences just as hard as the characters.
So long, partner.
Oh, hey, Buzz, you haven't even bought his toys yet.
Number 5. The Incredibles. Released just as superhero movies were starting to become commonplace, The Incredibles presents an inherently familiar story through the unique voices of Brad Bird and Pixar. In a world where superheroes are outlawed, Bob Parr finds it difficult to accept his ordinary life as a suburban dad, and decides to take on a few missions to relive his glory days as Mr. Incredible.
If you accept, your payment will be triple your current annual salary.
Call the number on the card. Voice matching will be used to ensure security. The supers aren't gone, Mr. Incredible. You're still here. You can still do great things.
Alongside plenty of thrilling action sequences, The Incredibles is also a family comedy, and the film handles both genres masterfully. Topping everything off is an unapologetically sinister villain who gets things done.
After you trashed the last one, I had to make some major modifications. Sure, it was difficult, but you are worth it. I mean, after all, I am your biggest fan.
Number 4. Finding Nemo. For this underwater adventure, Pixar crafted an oceanic world brimming with subtle details that inject life and substance into every image. Finding Nemo's mesmerizing ocean waves contain a poignant narrative about parenthood, perseverance, and bravery.
I promised him I'd never let anything happen to him.
That's a funny thing to promise.
What?
Well, you can't never let anything happen to him.
When his son Nemo goes missing, the clownfish Marlin heads out on a dangerous journey to find his child, and he meets plenty of fish along the way.
Hey, little guy.
You wanted to go through the trench.
I shall call him Squishy, and he shall be mine, and he shall be my Squishy.
Finding Nemo boasts a huge roster of memorable characters, as both Marlin and Nemo are aided in their respective travels by well-defined strangers with their own stories to tell. Number 3. Up. Launching with one of the best opening sequences of any film ever, Up can be considered a masterpiece for just its initial few minutes. Luckily, the rest of the movie is also pretty great.
Adventure is up there!
Wishing to keep a promise to his now deceased wife, Carl tries to relocate to South America, but an unwanted stowaway ends up latching onto the grumpy protagonist on his balloon-fueled trip.
Please let me in.
No. Oh, all right.
Carl and Russell are an unusual central pair, but their relationship is quite charming. Then, of course, there are all the unique characters they meet throughout their adventure, including a talking dog and a giant bird.
Oh, please be my prisoner.
Doug, stop bothering Kevin!
That man there says I can take you, Bird, and I love that man there like he is my master.
Number 2. WALL-E. Sometimes words are unnecessary. WALL-E envisions a future where environmental disregard has turned the Earth into an uninhabitable trash heap, leaving the titular robot to endlessly compress garbage in isolation. WALL-E's life takes a turn when Eve, a futuristic probe bot, arrives on Earth, and the two have instant chemistry.
Wally.
Wally.
Eve.
Before heading out into space, WALL-E is an atmospheric and visually stimulating epic that turns a mostly silent mechanical robot into an expressive and sympathetic protagonist. Once the hero arrives on Axiom, humanity's new home, WALL-E becomes a more conventionally dramatic story, one underpinned by a touching romance. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Toy Story. Pixar hit the ground running. From a technical point of view, Toy Story was the first feature film created using only computer animation, making it genuinely groundbreaking. Naturally, Pixar's subsequent projects would improve significantly upon Toy Story's animation, but that does not take anything away from the film's achievements.
Look, we're all very impressed with Andy's new toy.
Toy?
T-O-Y. Toy.
Excuse me, I think the word you're searching for is Space Ranger.
From a storytelling perspective, Toy Story is a tightly written delight that can entertain people of all ages with its lively banter and sophisticated emotional beats.
Look, over in that house is a kid who thinks you are the greatest, and it's not because you're a Space Ranger, pal. It's because you're a toy. You are his toy.
Woody and Buzz's rivalry turned friendship set the standard for all of Pixar's subsequent odd pairings, and the two toys have arguably yet to be topped.
Hey, Buzz! You're flying!
This isn't flying, this is falling with style.
So how different is our rank from your personal Pixar rank? Do you also not really like Cars 2? For me, for example, I tried to get Inside Out higher on the list. Anyway, be sure to let us know in the comments, or come tell me on Twitter or Instagram at Rebecca Brayton, or on my YouTube channel. See ya!